everyone, my name's Christina and I'm a travel specialist for As You Wish Vacations. While I book many vacation destinations, I specialize in the Disney products. And this video series focuses on Disney Cruise Line specifically. So we've been talking about the itineraries that Disney Cruise Line offers. Now we're going to talk about the 4 Disney ships. So today we're going to talk about some of the features that all of the ships share, and then I'm going to have a video on each individual ship. So if you haven't booked your trip and you're looking to figure out which ship is best for you, or if you've booked your trip and you want to learn a little bit more about your ship, these videos are going to be perfect for you. So first, let's dive in. Disney has 4 ships, so they're all steamliners. So they look like the old, back when transatlantic crossing was like this big deal and you had these luxurious ships like the Cunard line and all of that. This harkens back to those days. So when you're in port with all these different cruise ships, Disney stands out because it's so pretty. The ships are just beautiful. They're elegant. They have these grand atriums with the beautiful grand staircase. It's all Art Deco, so back to that 1910s, 1920s. Absolutely stunning, stunning ships, and you can definitely see the attention to detail when you pull into the other cruise line, next to other cruise lines, and these ships are just absolutely stunning. They all have similar stateroom categories. So when you are on a Disney ship, you can book an inside stateroom, which means you don't have a window. You have a outside stateroom, which Disney calls Ocean View. So they're deluxe Ocean View. There's a little bit more space in those, and then you do have a porthole, so a nice big round window where you can see outside. Then you have the veranda staterooms, deluxe veranda. So you have standard inside, and then everything else is deluxe essentially. You have your deluxe veranda, which gives you a little bit more space inside and some space outside. So it's basically a balcony stateroom. And then you have concierge level, which is club level or the Haven or anything like that, where you get that extra level of service. You have some exclusive amenities as well. On the ships, you have 3 restaurants. You're not going to find all the 12, 14, 15 specialty restaurants that other cruise lines have. You have 3 restaurants. They have rotational dining, so you'll be assigned to a restaurant and then you'll rotate between them. And your staff, your waiters go with you, so they get to know you. They get to know your drink preferences and everything. So that's always a really, really nice feature of the Disney ships. So on the Disney ships, they have 3. They're kind of all similar in theme, where they'll have a royal restaurant. So it's inspired by a princess and has entertainment on the Magic and Wonder, or it's inspired by all of the princesses. And then you have another dining room as well that is, it's the Enchanted Garden on the Fantasy and the Dream. So it's like an old, like Selfridges had that old kind of Crystal Palace thing. Most of the steamliners had something similar. And then on the Magic and the Wonder, you have kind of an upscale, also inspired by a Disney princess. So those are kind of a little less themed, but you still get an excellent dinner in those places as well. They all have Animator's Palette, which is such a fun place. It all has animators drawings and marquettes all around, and then you can be a part of the show. There's a show and it's so much fun. I'm not going to get super into it because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but Animator's Palette is on all 4 ships now. You also have the cabanas, which is the buffet. So cabanas kind of wraps around the pool deck, and you have tons and tons of choices. It's themed to an outdoor cabana. You have chairs that look like folding chairs. It's really, really cute. And then they all have poolside dining as well, so that's where you're going to be able to get chicken fingers and burgers. They're all themed a little bit differently. And then all of the ships have Palo, which is a specialty restaurant. It's not as expensive as some of the specialty restaurants on other cruise lines, but it is adult exclusive. So you are totally fine. You are going to get great meals even if you don't book a specialty restaurant, but if you do want a night, just a date night or a girls' night, or whoever you're traveling with, you just want to get away from the kids, then this is a great experience. Paolo is on all 4 ships, and then the Dream and Fantasy have an additional specialty restaurant as well. You have entertainment on the ships. It's Disney. Of course you have all this entertainment. They have 2 theaters. One is for live Broadway-style productions, comedians, musical acts, whatever. Then they have a full movie theater as well where they play first-run movies, old family favorites, all sorts of fun things. The live shows are all different by ship, so as we're talking about each individual ship, I will go into what shows are currently being offered. They have character meets, they have deck parties, the Pirate Night is on all of the ships, and that is a ton of fun. There's also the sail away party on all the ships, and then some of the other ships have other parties depending on their itinerary. So the parties don't really depend on the ship, they depend on the itinerary. So we can talk about those in an upcoming video as well. They have multiple pools. So Dream and the Fantasy are bigger, they're newer, they have an extra pool. But all of the ships have a family pool, and they have an adult pool, and then they have hot tubs as well. They all have water slides. They all have splash pads. So splash pads are for the younger kids to kind of go in, and they have all the water features where you can splash around without actually having to go in the pool. You have adult exclusive areas. There are a ton of adult exclusive areas on these ships, believe it or not. You have the adult only pool, it's called the Quiet Cove Pool. There you have a Cove Bar. You have another bar as well in that area. And then you have the Cove Cafe, which is where you can get your specialty coffees. It's also a full bar. It's also a nice and really loungy area where you can sit and read a book inside if you don't want to be out on the pool deck. You have the Senses Spa. It's always right near the Quiet Cove. You can go to the spa. They also have a rainforest room, so if you don't book a spa treatment in the spa, they do have this exclusive area, and you can, as soon as you get on the ship, you can book, I think it's $15 a day that you can book and experience the saunas and the exclusive rainforest showers, and just a nice little place to relax there. There's also an entertainment district on all of the different ships, and that theme differs by ship, but you have a sports bar, you have a champagne bar, you have a piano lounge, and those are open to families during the day. They'll sometimes have trivia and things like that in there, but at night they are adult exclusive areas, and then they all have kind of an entertainment venue where they'll have adult comedians, game shows, and a nightclub, so karaoke and dancing and all of that fun stuff as well. It's Disney, so of course they have kids exclusive areas too. There's a nursery on all of the ships. The nursery is for children 6 months to 3 years. It's themed after It's a Small World, and it's probably the cutest thing you will ever see, ever. It's so adorable. There's 3 areas. There's your kind of transition area, you have your play area, and then your nap area, and again, it's absolutely adorable. Space on that does fill up, and it is an extra cost, so do make sure you make reservations for that in advance if you have children 6 months to 3. If your children are over 3, the kids clubs are free. So 3 to 12, you're in the Oceaneer Club and Lounge. So the Oceaneer Club is kind of where kids have free play and some activities and character meets, and all of the different ships have different themes. There's 4 themed rooms, and they're different based on each ship. Then you have the Oceaneer Lab, which is where kids have lunch and dinner if you want them to have lunch and dinner there, if you want a lunch and dinner on your own, or they have all sorts of learning is fun activities, science activities, math activities, things like that. So it's kind of more of a cafeteria than a themed experience, but that is attached to the Oceaneer Club. Then you have the Edge, which is for preteens. So children 11 to 14 can hang out in the Edge, and there's all sorts of TVs and computers and on your own things to do and structured things to do, and definitely geared more towards that age, more scavenger hunts, things that are a little bit less childlike, but not as adult as the Vibe, which is for 14 to 17-year-olds. So the Vibe is freeform and structured activities. Again, you have their own coffee bar, they have their own deck and all sorts of things like that, just so it kind of keeps them out of the family areas if they feel a little old, or it keeps them out of the adult areas that they're not allowed in. So they have their own space on the ship, and I've heard fantastic things from my clients who've gone with teens that they absolutely love the club here on the ship. There's also the Bippity Boppity Boutique on all of the ships as well, and that is the same as in the parks. It's that princess makeover. They also pirate makeovers on Pirate Night. So that is what you'll get on all of the Disney ships. They are all beautiful. They are all top of the industry. These ships are rated top of the industry in cleanliness, in room size, in kids entertainment, in regular entertainment. So they may be a little bit more expensive than some of the cruise lines you're looking at, but it's more inclusive. So you're not worried about your specialty dining and your non-alcoholic beverages. That's all included, and you have the industry best. So those are the Disney Cruise Line ships. You have the Magic and the Wonder, which are called the classic ships. They're a little bit smaller. You have the Dream and the Fantasy, and then you have 3 new ships coming online in the next 3 years. So we will be doing a lot more of these videos as those new ships come out. Thank you guys all for joining me. If you're ready to book your Disney vacation, or any other cruise line for that matter, contact me, Christina, at aywvacations.com. If you want to stay up to date on the latest deals, discounts, and events, make sure you're following me on Facebook at aywchristina, also on Twitter and Instagram. And thank you all for joining me. I hope all of your vacations are exactly as you wish.